Hi, I'm Dylan Barber here with Abby Zavicki, and this is the Civil News.
Since the beginning of war, things have gotten more intense.
The tariff and the decision of slave or free states are the reasons why we were brought to this civil dispute.
I agree, Dylan, because if it weren't for these reasons, then our country wouldn't be forced into sectionalism, and we could have avoided this conflict.
Right, and it would have been better to find a certain compromise rather than to resort to having a civil war. Let's look back on the war so far.
The Confederate States of America were founded under Jefferson Davis's rule, and Abraham Lincoln is president shortly within the next month. Word to come is the Battle of Bull Run. The Union Army under General Ivor McDowell suffers a defeat at Bull Run, 25 miles southeast of Washington. They end up falling back to Washington.
The Battle of Shiloh is up next and was a Confederate surprise attack on Ulysses S. Grant. Unprepared troops at Shiloh on the Tennessee River result in a bitter struggle with 13,000 Union killed and wounded.
Another important battle is the Battle of Antietam. The bloodiest day in U.S. military history is General Robert E. Lee and the Confederate armies are stopped at Antietam in Maryland by McClellan and superior Union forces. By nightfall, 26,000 men are dead, wounded, or missing. Lee then withdraws to Virginia.
The battle soon after Fort Sumter is attacked and the war is set in motion. Fort Sumter is attacked and captured by the Union.
Then the next battle is the Battle of Chancellorsville. The Union Army under General Hooker is decisively defeated by Lee's much smaller forces at the Battle of Chancellorsville in Virginia as a result of Lee's brilliant and daring tactics. Confederate General Stonewall Jackson is mortally wounded by his own soldiers. Hooker retreats. Union losses are 17,000 killed, wounded, and missing out of 130,000. The Confederates are 13,000 out of 60,000.
Then comes the Gettysburg, when the Army of the Potomac under General Burnside suffers a costly defeat at Fredericksburg in Virginia with a loss of 12,653 after 14 frontal assaults on well-entrenched rebels. Battle of Gettysburg. The tide of the war turns against the South as the Confederates are defeated at the Battle of Gettysburg in Pennsylvania and soon gain control of the Mississippi River.
We have previous footage of Jodi at Gettysburg witnessing the war and giving information. Okay, now to Jodi with the footage.
This is Jodi Ledbetter at the Gettysburg Battle on scene. Well, it looks like the Confederate is kind of losing, and the Union is kind of winning because that dude just got his head chopped off, and this battle just kind of make me feel in some type of way. So I'm out.
Thanks for the footage, Jodi. And the next battle is the Battle of Chickamauga. A decisive Confederate victory by General Braxton Bragg's Army of Tennessee at Chickamauga leaves General William S. Rosecrans' Union Army of the Cumberland trapped in Chattanooga, Tennessee under Confederate.
The next battle is the Battle of Chattanooga. The rebel siege of Chattanooga ends as the Union forces under Grant defeat the siege army of General Braxton Bragg. Under the battle, one of the most dramatic moments of the war occurs. Union troops avenge their previous defeat at Chickamauga by storming up the face of the Missionary Ridge without orders.
Next up is the Battle of Cold Harbor. A costly mistake by Grant results in 7,000 Union casualties in 20 minutes during an offensive against fortified rebels at Cold Harbor in Virginia.
An important event is Sherman's March. After destroying Atlanta's warehouses and railroad facilities, Sherman, with 62,000 men, begins a march to the sea. President Lincoln, on advice from Grant, approves the idea, and Sherman reaches Savannah in Georgia, leaving behind a 300-mile-long path of destruction, 60 miles wide, all the way from Atlanta. Sherman then telegraphs Lincoln, offering him Savannah as a Christmas present.
It seems that the North has the biggest chance of winning at this point. Gettysburg was a big win for the Union, and ever since that battle, things have seemed to fall in favor in the North.
I agree, Abby, and Gettysburg was a groundbreaking victory for the Union, and the tide of the war has seemed to change drastically for the North.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has just come in, and it seems the war has come to an end.
General Robert E. Lee surrenders his Confederate army to General Ulysses S. Grant at the village of the Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. Celebrations are currently breaking out all over Washington to rejoice the Union victory and the end of this war. Due to this victory, it's clear that slavery will no longer be a problem.
Yes, Dylan, and it's been a long time coming awaiting the freeing of the slaves. I'm sure President Lincoln is satisfied and relieved with this victory.
Well, not just Lincoln, Abby. The new freed slaves are probably stunned at the fact that they are now free.
It's a tough loss for the South, but it will be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today, and join us next time on the Civil News.
Hi, Hi, this is Abby on scene in the theater where President Lincoln got shot not only an hour ago in that area. We got confirmation that John Wilkes Booth has shot President Lincoln, and we are searching for him right now. And there's a big reward if you find him. But we also got confirmation that there's no security in the back, and that's how John Wilkes Booth got in here. We will give you more information in the morning on President Lincoln.